Getting a game 7. Toronto, hold serve, you savage. Let's play ball. Let's talk ball. Jeff Hoffman.
Ernie Clement base hit.
He's unstoppable.
Unbelievable, dude.
I don't know why they're not walking him. Triple double. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, presented by SeatGeek. Use code JAMPLAYOffs for 10% off your playoff tickets. And all of our special playoff edition Talkin' Baseballs are presented by T-Mobile. Is that plural? Talkin' Baseballs? Whether you're streaming the game out and about, checking stats on the road, or experiencing ballpark perks with Magenta status, T-Mobile's where you gotta be. So head on over to T-Mobile.com/network. I'm Jake Storielli. Rob Scirocco is producing. Trevor Plouffe is here. And Trev, I just mentioned, T-Mobile when you're out and about. You came back from, you had your neighborhood gallivant? Jaunt? What do you call that thing? It's kind of like A-list celebs and you.
Basically. And me? Yeah, I guess you're right. No, it's a fiesta, we call it. We have a parade, we have a chili cook-off, a bake sale, art show, and then a big carnival. And there's a car show, a lot of stuff going on in my neighborhood. But I wanted to bring up one thing because it's like maybe my all-time favorite thing to do. And then we'll get into some ball, people. Just let me have this for a second, okay? You know, what do you call the thing where you take the hammer and you smash it and then the thing goes up and hits the bell? What's that game called?
Yeah, hammer
Smasher game.
Yeah, Rob's going to look it up, but yeah, the smash game.
Smash game, right?
Smash.
We got these dudes. There's a bunch of like guys that I know in the neighborhood who are just like big muscular guys.
Yeah.
But like they don't know how to manipulate their body for
They don't
strength.
swing the stick like you.
No.
Yeah.
So we had a bunch of guys, and I'm just standing back there. It's not like it's a competition, but like, everyone's there, go with their kids, and Dad, win me the prize. And none of these guys can do it. None of them can do it. I get up there and just whack the shit out of this thing. Bing! Ring the bell. Win my daughter the prize. It's as proud as I've been in a long time of myself. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone knows I still got it.
I'm so sorry to our Toronto fans. Trev said, ask me what happened at the neighborhood party. I didn't know. I did not know. I'm happy for you.
What do you call that game?
I can't imagine.
High striker hammer.
That's not
game.
what it's called. It's ridiculous.
That's what it says right here.
I can't imagine the fatherly pride you had when you won that for your daughter. So I'm happy for you. But for the rest of the episode, we were not talking about that because Toronto hold serves. Wins one of their biggest postseason games in 30 years, something like that. And we're going to have a lot of history on the line for tomorrow night, Trev, but we can't get to tomorrow without tonight. So let's talk about it. Toronto's last chance is to shoot the tray ball as Savage gets the rock against Walter Low-Gill for Seattle, trying to send them to the World Series. Bottom two, how's your Barger? RBI single. IKF, RBI. It's 2-0 Jays into the third. You need to focus, take that Addy. If prescribed, 2-run homer, and Vladito. Homer has Seattle calling the police. Whoop, whoop. It's 5-0 Jays. Josh nails one and Gino stakes a little buckle in the knees, but Guerrero gets that insurance Geico run. Savage to Varland to Hoffman. The best words in sports. Game 7. Toronto wins 6-2 final.
Pop, we are getting it. The standings for the series, each team 3-3. That means we're getting the game 7 that we wanted. It's going to be tight, what's all around the diamond. The managers are going to be freaking out, making crazy decisions. Everybody's got their spikes on. I don't care who you are. Even Savage is going to put his spikes back on. He doesn't give a shit. Yeah, put them back on, bro. You might have to go out there. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm excited, though. You know what? Congrats to Toronto. You get banged around the first 2 games of the series at home, and all of a sudden you force the game 7 in front of your home crowd, although we have some stats that's not a good thing as of late.
Yeah, some of the Game 7 stats a little bizarre, but let's get through Game 6 because that's what Toronto had to do tonight, and they did it. And normally, Trev, I give you the where do we start. I'm gonna cut you off at the pass because I think it's Savage. A lot more sliders tonight, sliders and splitters from Trey. Dude, Trey, I had to remind myself about fifth inning that he's a rookie. Like, his composure is perfect. And the story that's going down for both sides, those double play balls, the three double plays, bases loaded, Cal Raleigh up. I mean, that kind of burst Seattle's bubble and just an amazing lights-out season-on-the-line performance from a kid who started in low A this year.
Savage, story of the game, Jay's defense, story of the game, and Mariners' lack of defense. Those are the three for me right there. But, yeah, big-time situations coming up. And, look, so much can happen when you load the bases. It doesn't matter who's up. I mean, an error can cause 2 runs. A walk's obviously going to score 1, but when you go out and get 3 double plays in a row in those situations, 2 with the bases loaded, it's the first time that's happened in the postseason. That was flying around. I think that shows a level of composure that is usually saved for a more savvy vet. But here's Savage, like you mentioned, a rookie, 6 starts into his big league career, inducing a double play against what many people consider the MVP of the American League in the biggest situations. It's just incredible, man. You gotta love it. And you know what? Like, watching IKF and Jimenez at the middle, it's pretty good.
IKF hitting him with a little Steph Curry.
He threw it up, didn't
toss
he?
And we're going home. I mean, you don't see that a lot in this sport.
They were feeling it, man, and why wouldn't they be? They're playing great baseball right now. They don't look like they're nervous out there. I think there are times that, especially tonight, we saw some guys for Seattle playing a little tighter. Like Suarez, Eugenio, he's not the best defender over there. But, when you get into a pressure-packed situation and you make that first error, I guess I have to give credit to him, too, because he came back on that Vladdy ground ball. But you make that first error, right, things get a little bit tighter. He's got the IKF grounder, which was a do-or-die play. I don't know. I don't know what he was doing on that one. It kind of came up on him, but then he acted like he had it. Like,
that was weird.
I didn't really understand that. You feel like when you have the ball or not. And especially with an infielder's glove, it's a smaller glove, so I didn't really understand that.
He feels and he looks, and then he still goes for it when it wasn't there. It was bizarre.
Wasn't there at all, dude. But yes, give him credit though, because that game could have got out of hand very, very quickly. And I believe, tell me if I'm wrong here, but Gilbert struck out 2 people in a row after that, in that inning, to get out, and then got the ground ball, correct?
So there was a walk in between. He walked
Springer. That's right. Yeah.
Was it 4 pitches? Yeah.
Holding him the 2 runs there, I said, that's huge.
Yeah.
And then again, a nice play by Gino. You're going to see it right here, 116 off the bat. And I think, so you're uptight. You don't necessarily want the ball hit at you again. That ball was hit so hard, it's just a reaction play. You have no time to think. So that's good. Good for Gino right there to get back in it. But yeah, again, the Mariners defense was pretty bad. Well, all game long.
I want to even jump before that. You talk about Seattle playing loose, and so often in these games, the teams that get the first run, and there's stats on that you win 70% of the time, whatever it is. Varsho hits what's ruled a single. His speed puts the pressure on Julio that I was so excited to see this play out. Like, the second Varsho hit it, I was like, wait, if Julio cuts this off, there's going to be an awesome play at second base, because the way Varsho runs, they showed his steps afterwards. It looked like he got a little choppy, that if Julio fielded it cleanly, that he might have done one of those just slam on the brakes and then go back to first. And then think about it. That next ball is the ball to Eugenio from Ernie Clement, that actually would have been a tailor-made double play ball. So, like, in the world of baseball, in this game, especially where we saw 3 demoralizing double plays for Seattle, that could have been the same thing, but like the unwindingness of baseball ended up leading to a 2-run inning that you're right. It felt lucky for Seattle to get out with just 2.
I will say, having played in Toronto and, in just artificial turf fields in general, in these situations, high intensity games, the ball tends to speed up on you. And then you add into the fact that these are fast surfaces when you're playing on artificial turf. I think the lack of, how many games have the Mariners played there this year? 3 in the regular season, correct? And then that was their 3rd game. So there's 6 game playing there. It's not a lot of practice time, and to get used to bounces and the speed of everything, it is a little bit different there. Not to give them excuses, but I could see how they'd be some balls where you're going, and again, the game is already sped up because of the pressure situation, and you add on that turf, and the bounces are just a little bit different. It's not as natural as a grass surface. So, Toronto obviously plays there all the time. There's no problem for them.
Yeah, and baseball and I don't know, world and butterfly effect doesn't work like this, but I think Eugenio was playing a little shallower than he would have on the Ernie Clement ball because Varsho was at second. So, again, just like the sliding doors of that inning, Logill ends up – does anyone call him Logill?
I think so.
Yeah.
Like Locaine?
Logill. Gets out of there. I mean, Vladdy comes up, bases loaded. And he hits into the fielder's choice, the Suarez play like you mentioned. And then, man, I mean, it's bases loaded. Was it bases loaded for Cal Raleigh that very next inning? So It's 2-0, and that's one of those playoff scores that you wonder, hey, every arm is available. Sometimes a 2-0 score can hold. There you are in the next inning, bases loaded with a guy who's hit 60-plus dingers this year. And a great play by Vladdy, who there's been a lot of discussions about his first base play. Some of his stretches are a little more unique or new to the position. This postseason, he has put on an exhibition.
He's been moving, Coach, around the base pass, around first base, trying to get pickoffs, throwing the tag down. I mean, this play right here was really nice, throwing on the run right there. Not an easy thing to do. This double play, so we had to go visit Olivia's dad's, my father-in-law. So I'm watching on my phone, and we get into my neighborhood, notorious for not having any fucking service. I got 7 minutes from the gate,
which is nuts, by the way.
It's insane. I got 7 minutes from the gate to my house. Okay, that's what I got. So I'm there. I got my phone. I'm like, oh shit, Cal Raleigh's up. They have a mound visit. I'm like, gosh, like I know I'm about to lose service. So he steps in the box. I lose service. So we hustle home.
You're blind.
Hustle home. I had no idea what happened. Turn the TV on. It's already the next inning. I had to go back and watch it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it.
John Stamos lives in your neighborhood, and you guys have no cell phone service.
It's insane, dude.
That's nuts.
It's insane. We need to get T-Mobile out there.
Build a tower.
Don't get me started. There's a lot of things going on. I kind of want to get you started. But I mean, I guess what a job by the Blue Jays and Savage, and like they just, we're going to get into eventually, and I guess right now, about the Mariners starting pitching and like the lack of effectiveness by them this series. And you could say, like they just haven't been good, but like give credit to the Blue Jays hitters for getting after these guys, making them work. That's like the offense that they are, making pitchers work, contact oriented, and it's shown up in this series a ton, man. Like all we did was bang the table and talk about the Mariners got this starting pitching, even though it wasn't as good this year as it has been in years past. There was injuries, little inconsistency, but it's still a calling card for that organization, and it just hasn't been this series.
Logan Gilbert, game 2, 3 innings, 2 earned, 3 runs. George Kirby, 4 innings, 8 earned. Luis Castillo, 2.1, that kind of controversial pull, 3 earned runs. Bryce Miller, 4 innings, 1 earned in game 5, and Logan Gilbert, 4 innings, 4 earned, 5 runs. That's the Blue Jays are a problem, man. I mean, we when we do our live streams, we're having fun. We're watching baseball. We're chilling. Obviously, our hearts aren't as in a Seattle Blue Jays series like they would be a Mariners or Blue Jays fan, but we've still had a ton of people turn out, and we're just rooting for good baseball. And, man, there's so many guys that come up for the Blue Jays that, okay, in a normal series, you face the opposition, and it's like, okay, they have 2 3-star players. One of the stars is cold. One of the stars is super hot. The other guy is right in the middle. A little, what's that? 3 little bears? The porridge. Goldilocks. Thank you. Rob muted me for Goldilocks. Thank you. And then normally there's a guy on the team that you look at and you're like, okay, I've known that guy for years, but for whatever reason, he's on fire. Jorge Polanco earlier this series was, okay, I know he's a good ball player, but he's going nuts right now. Like, we need to start pitching around Jorge Polanco. I know Ernie Clement has become like a running joke on this program, but he's on one. Addison Barger gives me the same feeling, dude.
Yeah, he's getting there, coach.
That's skipping Kirk. That's skipping Springer, who the knee, like, we're in an interesting spot there. But you start trickling down this lineup, and you're like...
IKF has been getting hot, getting on base.
Jimenez has 2 impact homers. That there's just so many guys in this lineup that you look at, and you're like, I don't... you look at them, and you're like, I don't want to deal with you right now.
Yeah, it's pesty at bats. You know, they keep talking about on the broadcast, and, you know, I think Big Poppy after the game was talking about Don Mattingly saying, hey, look, we're going to be hitters first, and then we'll worry about everything else. They truly feel like a team that is that. Like, we're going to put the ball in play as much as possible. We'll take our swings. We need to take our swings. It is just so difficult and frustrating for a pitcher, especially these starters this series, to deal with them, because these Mariners, they do have strikeout stuff, but the Blue Jays, that's just, they're able to mute that. And I mean, they have kind of like the kryptonite to the Mariners starting pitching staff right now. It's just good quality ABs, good takes, all that stuff. And it's got to be frustrating for the Mariners starters. And somebody in the chat put something great. So shout them out. It's already gone. I can't read anymore. Are we going to see a Brian Wu, like, 5-inning Johnny tomorrow? Because right now, who did we say? We said Kirby's starting, unconfirmed.
Kirby is the one that's confirmed, and Shane Bieber is expected but not confirmed.
Oh, I thought it was the opposite. It got confirmed for us.
Going off Dalton's sheet. Before, because Game 7 does get really exciting, and it's probably the biggest preview we'll give for a game coming up, because it's literally Game 7 to go to the World Series for these two franchises that don't have a lot of that recently. I guess let's close the loop on this game. Jeff Hoffman with 2 innings.
Yeah.
Hello.
What does that mean for tomorrow? Does it mean nothing?
We'll get there in a second. But just the fact that he threw 2 clean innings, he kind of hadn't been that guy for Toronto. So it was kind of interesting with that buffer 4-run lead. They push the button for him for 2 innings. He gets a couple strikeouts at the end. It's his first time being stretched out 2 innings since April, so maybe that carries over. Vladdy with the most postseason homers in a postseason in Jays history, so that's not a bad thing. The Mariners, 3 errors, the most they've had in a season this season. Just kind of repeating myself because I'm not getting the words out great. I was shocked to see that. My Yankees have done that in a long weekend this year. And Cal Raleigh, I don't know. 0 for 4, 3 Ks, the throwing error on Vladdy taking the extra base there. That, I don't know. In a lot of these games, we try to zoom in on stars, even though baseball doesn't work that way necessarily. But tough day at the office for Big Cal.
I mean, 0 for 11 with 4 Ks for the top 3 hitters for the Seattle Mariners. And I don't know what else there is to say about this game. Like, I feel like we've said all we need to say. Like, I do want to start talking about Game 7 because I am pretty juiced for it. That wasn't even that bad of a throw right there by Cal. Just Gino on the other side of the bag, not really ready for that.
And
now I'm John Smoltz just bagging on Gino.
Yeah. Credit to Vladdy for putting the pressure on. Vladdy plays with heart and hustle, and you have to respect that. And I even...
Dude, he is going all out.
Dude, in one of our, I'm going to go back or maybe BBD or someone. When we do our midweek interviews with Boone one time after playing Toronto, I mentioned something about Vladdy's hustle, and he does that signature, like, all-out dive to home plate, and Boone just kind of brushed it off, and he's like, that doesn't mean anything. It means something, dude. It's kind of something the Yankees' org in general is missing. So that's some rooted stuff for me.
What the
Let's get into Game 7, and it's brought to you by, might have to double up, people. We love you. It's brought to you by Best Western. Today's episode is sponsored by Best Western. I mean, what a time. Just make the drive from Seattle tonight. You get to Best Western in the morning. Rob, can you look that up? Can you get to Seattle to Toronto if you started driving now? I don't think so.
I'm also look that up right now. Let's go.
Life's a trip, people. And with Best Western, they've got you covered. 4,000 hotels worldwide. Every detour, destination, and unexpected turn along the way. From the opening of our season, they did a first pitch series with the We Got Ice Boys.
No.
We stayed out there with the Cubbies to start the year. We went out there with the Cubbies to end the year. It's Best Western. They're everywhere. So if you like to plan, Best Western's got you. If you're on the go, Best Western's got you. Go check them out. Can we not make that trip
I got
in time?
37 hours, so
okay. Book the flight. Book the flight, people. Do not.
Mine says 1 day, 13 hours. Quick math, 37 hours. Crush that.
Do not start driving now. And yeah, for the people, I appreciate you guys. We do have a lot of mouths to feed here at John Boy Media, so I need to give our people SeatGeek some love too. Today's episode is sponsored by SeatGeek. The playoffs are here. I think you know that. Also, NFL is rolling. It's concert season for a lot of our teams, sadly. So if you want to get in on that, it's SeatGeek, people. If there's something that has a seat, they're the geeks of it. That means they know what they're doing. They're the #1 rated ticketing app. And by the way, if you're an NBA person, that starts up this week. The NHL is rolling. Green means good. Red means bad. You just learned how to use the app. And with code JMPlayoffs, you save 10% off. So, SeatGeek, 10% off any tickets with promo code JMPlayoffs. You're going to go to something. Save yourself 10%. JMPlayoffs at SeatGeek. All right, Trev. Game 7. One game for Toronto to go back to the World Series for the first time in over 30 years. Seattle for their first ever chance to go to the World Series. And it looks like it just got updated in our sheet. George Kirby versus Shane Bieber. Those will be the starting pitchers tomorrow. And, you know, getting ahead of some of the stuff, as Trev already mentioned at the top, spikes are on for everyone. If you don't have it in the first, I don't care that you're Shane Bieber and you got a sigh in the bag. You're coming out. If you're Kirby and you have any signs of not having it, you're coming out. It's all hands on deck. I don't know, Trev, where do you start?
I want to start with the Blue Jays. Okay, you got Bieber. Who's the first person out of the pen? Let's just say he gives you a decent outing. Let's say he gives you 5 innings pitched, 2 runs. Like where does Schneider go? I don't think he has a ton of faith in his bullpen right now. I think he still likes Louis V. I think Louis V scares the shit out of every single person in Toronto right now. He's got stuff, but he's homer prone. Hoffman just threw 2 innings tonight. So, like, what does that mean for tomorrow? Like, the adrenaline will be there. I'm sure his stuff will be fine. But they saw him tonight. So, where do you go? Like, is Mad Max coming out of the pen?
He's in play.
Like, immediately, is he a guy you go to in the 6th inning? Like, where does he fit in? I'm so intrigued with pitching decisions for a Game 7.
What jumped out to me about tonight's box score was it was all righties. It was Savage, it was Varland, it was Hoffman. So I think Bieber gets the start, and you're gonna ride that out, whether that's 1 inning, 6 innings in a dream. Like and he's Shane Bieber. Like, you know, let's see what he's got. But if you have to push the button, you have to push the button. I think right now, I think that he's scared to use his lefties. Brendan Little was their guy during the year. He came in, he got rocked and kind of lost them the last game. Fluharty's young and came on for them late in the season, but I don't know where he stands with Fluharty. And then the other guy's Lauer. So I think it's Bieber.
Gossman.
I think Gossman is in play before Scherzer.
For the lefties split, I like that.
So
Okay.
I would think Bieber, Gossman.
Bieber to Gossman to Louis.
I think Varland is absolutely in play for an inning plus if he looks good. I think Sir Anthony's in play. And then I think Hoffman, I would have Hoffman as your fireman. Like
Has Chris Bassett pitched?
Chris Bassett's on this team. He pitched in game 1 at the end when they were getting blown out.
Okay.
That maybe they didn't like what they saw, because otherwise I would have think they would have gotten him in the mix by now. I don't know. That's a wild card. But yeah, I think. I mean, Trev, I don't want to get you too H'd up. It's 11:37 on the East Coast. Your guy Matthew threw 5 touchdowns this morning.
He's the new king of England.
Trev, out of the bullpen, Mad Max Scherzer comes sprinting in, looking essentially like he's wielding a sword, just ready to kill anyone that's in his way. I don't know how that has to happen. I would like to see that for baseball.
Are we going a no reliever situation? Are we going Biebs, Gossman, Scherz, Bassett?
How about
I
this?
agree. I don't know if Bassett's in play.
No, I don't think Bassett's in
The
play.
chat is saying Bassett is in play. I don't know about
Everyone's
that.
in play.
Yeah, but like realistically, we're going through like John Schneider's what his ideal like lanes are.
Yeah. I guess here's my question to you. Toronto is up 1 in the 9th inning. Who's their ideal person to go to tomorrow? Because I don't think I know the answer.
I mean, you paid Jeff Hoffman to be that guy. How much does that mean in that situation? It's like you're going with the guy you trust the most. I don't think he trusts anybody in the bullpen right now.
I think the answer is Gossman. But how do you get there without Gossman?
5 from Biebs, 4 from Goss. Because who cares? It's not like you're not trying to set your rotation up for the World Series. First of all, it's not until Friday. And second of all, you got to win this game. So I could see a situation where we just get like 2 starters piggybacking. But that means that they'd be pitching good.
Yeah, maybe it's Bieber to Varland to Hoffman and then Gossman, however far those 3 got you.
Like you think he sets up Gossman? He's like, if we have the lead and it's top of the 7th, can you give us 3, big dog?
In my head, yes, but it gets really tricky. I mean, that's the great game, Khaleesi. Like, because if you have one of those guys give it up before Gossman, then did you even have the chance? So I don't know, man. That's clearly what's to watch for Toronto tomorrow. I think the other thing that's in play for me, do they do anything with Springer?
You think he's hurt?
I think he was going down after a lot of swings. He went over. He had a 4-pitch walk. He's their leadoff hitter, and he's the guy that got you to the. I don't think so, but I just want to put it out into the ether.
Yeah, he's playing. He's
playing, and he's leading off. Like, we got here, George Springer with 1 leg. Yeah, I agree.
Dude, what he should do, pull the okie doke, like first at bat, just kind of like limp up there, like, oh my God, I'm so hurt, and then just fucking turn on one. First pitch ambush.
I like that.
I think so. All right, so that's Blue Jays pitching situation. I think the Mariners have a little bit more faith in some of the guys.
So the problem,
at least back end, they trust Munoz.
So Munoz, I mean, this is playoff mode. Munoz has to be ready for 2 minimum. Like,
yes.
You're the guy, pal. Like, and potentially, potentially Munoz for them is a difference maker because they can go crazy. Like, hey, if it's a tied game in the fifth,
Wu. Wu
Right.
and Gossman are the X factors in
Yes.
this game. When do you bring him in? Where? What situation?
I just think Munoz is the difference maker on Seattle's side because if it's tied in the fifth, they can just say, hey, we want to press the Munoz button now. We think this is going to be our best chance to score. We want to keep you at 0. We're going to shoot it. And maybe Wu's behind that. Like you think
he's the guy that's putting the fire out?
If you need it, like I think the Mets on the last day of the season when they needed to win to get in, they shot Edwin Diaz in like the fifth inning. Like he is something different that Toronto doesn't have, that they can change their equation that way. I think the thing that I would have circled going into tomorrow, besides Brian Wu, I think, again, that turns into, like you said, the Gossman conversation. Do they want to shoot him early? If they wanted to shoot Munoz early, was Wu a good safety plan for late? Circle Gabe Spire for me. These Toronto lefties are monsters. Lucas, Barger, even like Jimenez at the bottom of the lineup. How are they going to shoot Spire tomorrow? Because I think you get one shot to shoot him, and you're hoping he can go Lucas to Varsho to Barger. But that is 6 hitters in the lineup. And by the way, the righties in there are Vladdy, Kirk, and Clement.
And Springer.
Well, if you skip Springer, if he's the leadoff hitter and you start him at Lucas.
I don't know how much Spire we're going to see tomorrow. I mean,
really?
Okay, here's a situation I think we get him in. 2 outs.
Really? Okay.
Lefty. Like to have him in there and say 3 batters, I don't know if that's Dan Wilson's, like, he wants to do that right now. But if he does get a situation where, it's 1 out and you got 2 lefties, I think if it's 2 outs, you bring him in. Like, you just gotta have your dogs out there,
right?
Man.
You make sure, however this goes down, you want to feel good about it. And dude, Spire's gotten him to the dance. He's been one of the best lefties in the league. He's been used a lot. He's got a double off day between today and yesterday.
What's the lane for him that you're talking about right now for like 3 lefties?
I mean, ideally, the safest bet would be Varsho, Clement, Barger, IKF, Jimenez. You're missing that. Yeah. You're missing Lucas there, but you're also missing Vladdy and Kirk. So that might be your trade-off. I
could see a Barger, IKF, Jimenez role for him. If that's what we're going to go. That's where I would say Spire is in play. Other than that, I don't think so.
The other thing that could potentially be in play here is Seattle likes a lot of their guys more, that they could ick up this whole thing. I mean, Bizzardo was nasty again tonight, and it feels like that dude can just pitch every day. Matt Brash has got them to the dance. I know where you're at, but they're going to shoot him in the proper lane. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they do just go Woo. I don't think he's in
play tomorrow. I don't. I think Bizzardo is in play tomorrow. I think Brian Woo's in play tomorrow. I could see Gabe Spire in that situation that we talked about. And I do think Munoz, strap it on, buddy. Take an extra pain off because you're going to have to go 60 pitches or whatever the heck. Not 60. That's ridiculous.
No.
2 innings.
It's game 7. Like
2 innings. I hope he doesn't throw 60 pitches. That's a lot of pitches.
I think 50's in play. This is it.
Like
this is
2 2/3, 50 pitches. Sheesh.
It's the beauty in every sport. I mean, game 7 with hockey, like those guys are just dogs and run each other ragged, and by the end they're barely holding their bodies together. This is just baseball becomes a different sport. Like all of the pitching stuff we just talked about. I mean, when do you potentially shoot like a pinch runner in a tied game or swap someone out for defense? Because once it's done, it's done. Oh, my God.
I'm so excited. Yeah. Who's going to bunt? How early are bunts coming out? I feel like they've been coming out very early in this series. Jimenez had one, then pulled it back because Naylor was crashing, tried to slash, whatever it was. IKF, is going to try to bunt at some point. So that's we're going to have a Zood bunt tomorrow, guaranteed.
Who's going to zoo it? That's the fun game. God, I don't even know. I wonder.
Luis Castillo out of the pen.
Like Seattle has a lot of buttons.
They got
they
have more options than the Blue Jays do. I think for pitching.
Yes. Well, yes, but the Blue Jays still have a ton. Like if Bieber's not there, okay, Scherzer. Like
I know, like in my mind, I'm still hating on Scherzer. I got to get over that.
I know. I like put the lefties down, but if you're, if JP Crawford and Canzone and Rivas are coming up, you might have to shoot the lefty there, and they can get through that. So it's literally everyone with spikes on. I have no idea how Carlos Vargas isn't better because that guy just throws.
It's too many chains. Take a chain off.
No, I think one more chain.
Oh, one more. Okay.
One more chain.
I'm looking at those chains. Like, how do you one time I put Miguel Sano's chain on and weighed like 50 pounds. And I'm like, how do you play with this thing on? He's like much bigger than me. But anyways.
Miguel Sano, I think the biggest thighs I've seen in person. Also, again, something I just love about this beautiful game. Vargas from the DR in the box versus Vladdy. Vladdy's who's the baddest man in the world. We're in Toronto. Hey, boys. Figure it out. Here's 101 coming at you. It's insane.
A couple Dominican dudes in Toronto playing ball is so beautiful to me. I love thinking about, I know Vladdy has a history there, but real DR Venezuelan dudes coming up, and all of a sudden they're in Canada playing ball against each other with a bunch of freaking nutty fans. To me, that is maybe the most beautiful thing about our sport.
Well, that's what
truly is, man.
Vargas and Vladdy are both 26. Did they ever meet up on a backfield at age 14?
Was Vladdy playing in the same backfields as these other Dominican dudes that didn't grow up with a dad that's a Hall of Famer?
I don't really know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It doesn't matter because the mode he is in at the plate is one of those awesome postseason. I'm locked in. Oh,
no. Are we going to get the best version of Randy tomorrow because it's game 7?
He's been missing a little bit. A lot of big swings from Randy, and there's going to – I guess in my head that's the fun part. I think you're going to see Seattle with just massive swings. I think that's how they – look at Naylor tonight. Look at Gino, although he's found himself a couple singles out of it. Julio's taking daddy hacks. Cal's taking daddy hacks, where you're right with Toronto – that first time that they have the chance to play small ball, which probably the first or second inning, because it feels like they hit a leadoff double every other inning.
Yeah.
That first opportunity to play small ball and put the pressure on Gino at third and Naylor at first. That's going to be a part of it.
Is Cal going to be the hero?
It's been a heroic season. Seattle's never been to the World Series.
We need a Cal versus Vladdy night. We haven't really had that yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we need I called it. Remember at the end of last episode, you said what's going to happen. I said I'd love to see Cal hit one, then Vladdy hit. I want that back to back. Cal end up hitting to a double play instead of the homer.
You don't want the Clement Rivas game.
I also really want that too.
Okay.
Ernie Clement, I think, is my favorite player right now.
I'm gonna fake Chris Rose you a little bit. Who you got, pal?
I keep thinking the Mariners are going to win, but Blue Jays got the sauce right now, dude. I legitimately have no idea. Yeah, that's the truth.
It's one baseball.
I have no idea. I'm leaning Blue Jays because of what I just saw. But if I came in here and was okay, Game 7 between these two teams, I think I would take the Mariners. But again, I just watched the Blue Jays play pretty much perfect baseball right there to force the Game 7. It's hard to pick against them. But then we said we were going to mention some stats for home teams in Game 7, and it's about split overall. But 7 of the last 8 home teams playing in a Game 7 have taken the L.
Is there more pressure at home? Is that just straight up luck or coincidence? I don't know. 8:08 tomorrow. I'm kind of gonna double down just because it's what I said at the start of the series. Before the playoffs, I picked Seattle to go. Before this series, I picked Toronto to win. Good way to hedge in life.
Yeah, what?
But the reason I did it is because it was honest, and I said Toronto's so good at hitting that I think Seattle has to knock them out in like 5. And here we are in 7, and dude, those guys, it feels different, man. Every Lucas at bat, I think he's going to get a hit. Every Barger at bat, I think he's going to get a hit. Kirk, Vlad, it's up and down the lineup, man, that I don't know. I just want to follow up on that point I said coming in, because I haven't seen a lot like this, dude. And I don't know. It feels like Seattle has more pitching options. Like, what's going to run out first?
Can we do the thing where we ask the chat to do something, then we just see it all go crazy? Okay, chat. In 3, I want you to pick or to put who you think's going to win Game 7.
Look at you talking to the chat.
1, I'm chat god. 1, 2, 3. Who's going to win Game 7, chat? Let us know.
Yeah, we're going to read them all off as we send our way out here. What a shelfie ad. Man.
We got a poll. 74% think the Blue Jays are going to win.
Of course, there's a lot of Blue Jays fans in here today.
Wow. I think I'm one of them.
It's a lot of Jays.
A lot of Jays right now. Although, to be fair, if I was a Mariners fan, I don't know if I'd be listening to this right now. Actually, that's kind of the best time to listen when you're sad. Just keep it rolling.
I love the chat, man. We need to go live more often.
You are chat god. Coach, tomorrow night.
Me and you, Pop.
After Game 7, we're going to recap the game, and then we'll probably take Tuesday off, and then I think Wednesday the plan is to record what will be a World Series preview between the Dodgers, and we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We don't even know where the game's going to be yet. If Toronto,
I know. My plan here, just if the Mariners win, my plan's to go to Game 2.
Okay. That's great.
I'll hustle home and film the app.
You're a hustler.
I think.
We'll figure it all out. Thank you guys so much. If you're listening, subscribe, share with a friend, all that YouTube-y stuff. What's up, chat? We're going to know the World Series tomorrow night.
Exact.
Golly.
We're aged up.
Give me Scherzer out of the pen.
At least I want to see like a camera fixated on him in the bullpen. I want his ass out there.
There should be a Max Scherzer camera the entire game. I want him throwing without getting a call.
Just fucking. I'm ready, coach.